Hey, I didn't put much thought into this. I just pressed record. Welcome to the Let's Get Loud podcast. This is your solo podcast episode with A. How is everyone? Happy Friday. I am recording this live. It is actually 12:02 p.m. on Friday, the day that this podcast is coming out. I'm so sorry. I just need one little sip of coffee. With a big sip. Why would I make a coffee right before I'm about to record a podcast? We'll never know. All right, everyone. I want to say how much I'm enjoying my solo podcast episode time with you, and I'm loving getting your DMs and your feedback and all the things. So here's what we're going to unpack this episode. So I shared on social media that I hit my lowest on the scale since I started this weight loss journey. And I had a question. Someone said, did you explain how? And so I'm going to unpack that today. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the 12 weeks of action and how program that is starting Monday and how I weaved the process, strategy, mindset into my own personal weight loss journey. So here's the thing and what it looks like to start. So it's like, okay, so I'm going to start a weight loss journey on Monday. What is that going to look like? Let's talk about that as well. So we have a lot to unpack and I want to do it quickly. So let's talk about me. Quick. I feel like I'm done talking about me. So if you guys have been following along, when I came back from Hawaii, end of January, wasn't comfortable with my skin, wanted to create weight loss, worked at it all February, lost 0 pounds, maybe 1. But like, basically the trend of the scale was not going down. Went to Mexico. No. Before I went to Mexico, increased my awareness. And I was like, I'm going to figure this out. Went to Mexico, got home, have lost 4 pounds since. Boom, make it rain. So in a month, I've lost that 4 pounds and I am thrilled and happy and ready to share everything with you guys. But here's the thing. There's really no magic. Been saying it for a while. I'm going to keep saying it again. Do you want to know why I actually saw that lowest number on the scale since I started with this weight loss the end of January? I didn't give up. I actually just did a reel on Instagram. Go check it out. Oh, excuse me. It's all about change and the cycle of change. And so the cycle of change goes like this. And we start up here with uninformed optimism. So I was like, end of January, I was like, hey, this is it. I'm gonna lose weight. Yeah. Still have that like, yeah, 2 pounds a week. Yeah, I got this. And then what happens is informed pessimism. You're like, well, shit, I'm doing all these things and I'm not losing weight. And then we get to the valley of despair. And here's the thing, guys. This is where most people give up. I wasn't going to give up though. Even though it felt shitty, even though I wasn't getting the results I was looking for, I knew that giving up was certainly not going to get me the results I was looking for. And unfortunately, what happens often when people get to that valley of despair is they convince themselves it's not that bad. Just kidding, they don't want the results. And they stop until they start the cycle again, until they start that next diet. And they never actually get to the results they're looking for because they never push through the valley of despair. So dramatic. Well, I'll tell you what I pushed through. And then what I got to was informed optimism. So at this point, I know what it's actually going to take to create weight loss for myself where I am right now in my life. At 41 years old, with a desk job where I sit, that's what it's going to actually look like. So that's informed optimism. And at this point, you basically know what it's going to require, and all you need to do is keep going. And so then I got the results. I'm getting my results. And how I'm going to continue to get my results and get to my goal is by continuing. Now, this was a concept that I borrowed. It was inspired by the book that I started reading for business, the 12-week year. And as I'm reading it for business, sure, there's lots of business tips, but all I'm thinking about is weight loss and how I can help our members achieve the results that they're looking for. And here's what's missing, you guys. It's not a special meal. It's not a special workout. It's not a special shake. It's not a special combo, protein, carbs, fat. It's not a certain amount of hours fasted. It's not counting your calories, and it's not a meal plan. It's not giving up. And so now that we're like, okay, yeah, she's right. How can we create a system that makes it easier to not give up? And that's what the 12 weeks of action is. And so I'm going to talk you through a little bit about what it's going to look like. 12 weeks. So this is included in all Your Way Weight Loss memberships. So if you're a current Your Way Weight Loss member, we're starting on Monday. Send me a DM and I'll send you the link to sign up for the emails that go along with this program. But it is $139 for 12 weeks for any non-members. And who is this for? Is anyone that is ready to be the boss, anyone that feels like they're not reaching their full potential, anyone that needs help with consistency, anyone that's done dieting, anyone that's ready to put in the work. Now let's talk about the work. While I drink a little sip of my coffee, I want you guys to think about, when you think about a weight loss goal, what do you think is the work connected to that? We think it's all broccoli, chicken, and CrossFit. And I am not knocking broccoli, chicken, and CrossFit, but those are not the secrets to weight loss. So putting in the work, and the reason why I've really been clear about that this will be work, is that staying connected to a goal for 12 weeks is hard. And as much as I say that, and people are like, so wait, all I need to do is stay connected to my goal for 12 weeks? Yep. That's all you need to do. But when was the last time that you had a goal and you stayed connected to it every single day for 12 weeks? Probably been a while. Just staying connected, just being intentional, just paying attention to one thing for an extended period of time is difficult. That is putting in the work. That's what I mean when I say put in the work. When I say put in the work, I mean don't give up. What I mean is fill in the template even on the days where you didn't do the things you said you were going to do on the template. Keep going. That's what putting in the work is. Also, putting in the work is not being a victim and being open to being called on your shit and looking for solutions regardless of your circumstances. That might seem like a little bit of tough love. It is. And that's more of that is going to be brought to you with this program. But when I say, regardless of your circumstances, again, I don't mean go for the run and eat the meal in the Tupperware no matter what. That's not what I mean. What I mean is stay connected to your goal no matter what. I had a beautiful conversation with a member the other day who's going through a lot in her personal life right now, but I see her. She's staying connected. And I just sent her a message. I said, you know what? I just wanted to let you know that I see you. And I know you're going through a lot personally, but I do not see you being a victim of your circumstances. I see you owning it and moving past it. And she said, you know what? I decided and I realized that if I was going to be the best version of myself, and in order for me to best help the people in my life that need me the most, I also need to be on that priority list. And I was like, yes, yes, yes. So let's say you do join the 12 weeks of action. What does that look like? We are going to build your dream home. Okay. So week 1 of building your dream home, what's the first thing you do? You go to the lot, you purchase the lot, you go look around. What's the first thing you do? You don't start picking out a couch. You dig the hole, you put the foundation in, and then you take some time to plan. I'm going to sneeze. So sorry. What so often we think that starting is a weight loss journey, we think starting is actions. Meal prep, go to the grocery store, go for a run, go for a walk. We think that's actions is starting. When you build a house, what is actions? Planning. Where are you going to put the bathroom? How big do you want the closet to be? That's what we want to spend some time doing. So the first week is you learning about the program, you taking our how to create a calorie deficit course. And if you're listening to this, you're like, Alicia, I know how to create a calorie deficit. Listen, knowledge and knowing are different. And if you knew how to implement the concept of calorie deficit in your own life, you don't need me. You don't need this 12 weeks of action because you're currently losing weight. You're currently getting results. But if you have a goal of weight loss and you think you already know everything about calorie deficit and yet you're not losing weight, I'm sorry, but you are wrong. You understand, you have knowledge, but you don't have knowing. So you're going to re-listen. You are not too good for that course. You're going to re-listen to it. You're going to journal and you're going to write down questions and you're going to send our team an email with any follow-up questions that you have. That's going to be week 1. And you're going to start flirting with changes you want to make in your own life, the vision you have for yourself at the end of this 12 weeks, the goal you want to achieve and how you're going to achieve it, and just looking around a little bit in your own life and creating some awareness around your own life, your own habits, your environment, your values, the resources that you have available to you. Week 1, done. Haven't gone to the grocery store yet. I'm not saying you're not going to lose weight on week 1. I'm just saying it's not the primary focus, but there's a focus and there's things to do. They're just not the things that you're used to doing when you want weight loss. But don't you want this to be different this time? Our brains are programmed to keep us comfortable. And so when you say, I want a result of weight loss, your brain goes, oh, let's just look through the file folders of the last time you got weight loss. Oh, right, there was that time you counted calories and lost 10 pounds. And your brain's like, we know what that feels like. We know what that looks like. Let's just do that. But what your brain is not reminding you of is that you stopped counting calories, that you gained the 10 pounds back, that it didn't, in fact, work at all. So part of putting in the work for this 12 weeks is going to be getting comfortably uncomfortable. And that's going to be doing things differently, making different choices, not giving up when you want to. And so what does starting look like? It looks like work. It just doesn't look like the work you're used to. Week 2 is our vision casting. And I know rainbows, butterflies, vision. Listen, I'm the same. I am absolutely not cutting pieces of words out of a magazine. Absolutely not. Okay. That is not necessary. But what is necessary is that you have an emotional connection to why you want weight loss. Why do you want this? I want this because I want to age independently. I want to live to see my children have children, and I am physically fit enough to take care of them. I want to be able to travel the world when my kids are older, and I can walk and walk and walk, and my physical body does not hold me back from achieving things. When I have hopefully all the money that I need to do that, and all the time, because I'm retired. Does that sound fun? I never want my physical body to hold me back, which isn't realistic. At one point in my life, my physical body will hold me back from living my life, but I want to prolong that as long as possible. And that's my why. And that's my emotional connection. And if you do not have a strong emotional connection to why you want this, you will give up, because weight loss is not enough to keep you on connected to your goal. Because I want to lose weight, we need deeper, we need an emotional connection. And I want you to dream about what it would feel like if you had already achieved that vision. How does that feel? I want you to connect with that every single day. Every single day. People that tell me they want to achieve something, just the first, but they're struggling, the first thing I ask them, do you have a way to connect with this goal every single day? Do you know what most people tell me? No. And then I say, that's the problem. And yet they're stuck in that cycle of change that I talked about, where they're looking for the perfect solution to their weight loss, their finances, their business, and they just keep doing this because they keep trying something new, giving up when it gets hard, and then starting the cycle over. I'm not saying that what we're going to do is going to be perfect. What I'm saying is we're going to stick with it, and we're going to track our consistency. And once we've gotten to 85% consistency, if you're not getting the results that you're looking for, then we're going to change the things we're being consistent with. But we're not changing anything until you're consistent with them. How can you say that something doesn't work until you've been consistent with it? I'm telling you, shit's getting real over here. Results Alicia is in the house. And if you are easily offended, maybe this is not for you. Drink of coffee. All right, so let's circle back to now we know how calorie deficit works, and we're starting to flirt with what that's going to look like in our own life. We've created a vision for ourselves. We have an emotional connection to why we want this. The next thing you're going to do is set some goals. So let's say weight loss is your goal. Your lag indicator, so the indicator that you're achieving your goal, would be the scale going down. So I personally have a goal of weight loss for these 12 weeks. So my goal is weight loss. My lag indicator is the scale going down. It's a lag indicator because there will be a lag of the results. The day I create a calorie deficit, I'm not going to necessarily see the scale going down. So I need to track other things Do you see? We're going to track both lead and lag indicators. The lag indicator is simply the data that is telling me, are my lead indicators giving me the results that I'm looking for? But we also need to track the lead indicators because we need to know if we're actually being consistent with the things we said we were going to do. So then our lead indicators are things that we know that will give us weight loss. We're going to be picky about these though, because this is an efficiency program. This is not rainbows and butterflies. I want to get you the results you've been looking for as efficiently as humanly possible. So I'm going to guide you through the process of just creating a list, just brain download. If you wanted weight loss, what would that look like for you? What would you need to do? What could you do? You're going to have a list, maybe you have 20 things on your list. Then we're going to start crossing stuff off. Step one to crossing stuff off that list is stuff you're doing for weight loss alone. Stuff you think you should do. Well, I should meal prep. Do you want to? You don't have to. There's no secrets here. There's no one action that is going to unlock weight loss for you. This is all about doing it your way, always and forever. So we're going to get rid of the shit that we think we should do or we're doing for weight loss alone. Next up, we're going to look at the list and we're going to be like, okay, list, what is on that list that isn't really result driven? For example, and I might get some hate for this one, if you have eat more vegetables on your list, I'm going to ask you to cross that out. Eating more vegetables is not going to create weight loss for yourself. If weight loss is your goal, more energy, less energy in than coming out. So how can you put less energy in and how can you get more energy out? Those are the things I want on your list. Eating vegetables is amazing if your goal is to increase the amount of vitamins and minerals I'm consuming on a daily basis. If that's your goal, more vegetables, perfection. Okay? But we are looking for we are focusing right now, hyper focusing. So let's say you come up with 3 to 5 max of things that you're going to put on your list that are going to be your lead indicators for weight loss. So maybe it's the number of steps you get in a run of a day. Maybe it's pre-portioning your nighttime snack. Maybe it's not going back for seconds. Maybe it's not eating like an asshole in your pantry when you get home from work. Maybe it's less alcohol on the weekend. Maybe it's different alcohol. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But what matters is that the things on that list are not shoulds, are not for weight loss alone. They align with your own personal values and they align with your own resources. What I mean by that is if you have 17 jobs and 65 kids and you're like, I'm going to make everything from scratch, probably that's not a good idea. You're going to fail because you don't have the resource of time. So please, when you're considering your lead indicators, I want you to think about what resources do I have available right now? Time, money, mental energy. Which is the most abundant for you? And don't tell me you don't have time. We're going to talk about that later. Okay? Check your screen time and then tell me you don't have time for 20 minutes a day. Told you, things are getting harsh here. And then we're going to look at the list and we're going to say, are these results driven? Like of what's left after I take all that stuff off? What is going to give me what is going to move the needle the fastest? Okay? Then we're going to support you through this whole process because you're going to need some mindset. You're going to need some pep talk and you're going to need a community. And we are going to track our consistency of those lead indicators week and week and week. And the goal's not perfect. Please don't think that if you commit to this 12 weeks, that means you are committing and you're putting your entire life on hold. Again, that is not what Your Way Weight Loss is about. We are about getting you results your way. We are about showing you how you can be the boss. We are about tuning into your CEO mindset. So you're like, I got this. I can do this. That is our goal. So yes, you can go on vacation. Yes, you can be busy at work while doing this. What you do need to commit to is staying connected to this every day for 12 weeks. That's what I need from you. That's what I need from you. And you're going to need things from me to do that. So you're going to have a 3, 6, 9, and 12-week check-in with our team. You are going to have weekly coaching sessions. You are going to have templates. Like I said, you are going to have a community. And you will also have access to all of our other coaching sessions and our resources and every other tool that Your Way Weight Loss has to offer. But like I said, we're hyper-focusing. And every week I'll send you a recording to the coaching session. If you can catch them live, amazing. but not necessary. And I'm going to send you an email with the recordings of the coaching session, your essential work for the week, and some bonus work. So great if you want to watch extra coaching sessions, but here's the essentials. Because remember what I said? We are working on efficiency. I know you guys are busy. I know you have other things to do other than create weight loss in your life. So I'm just going to give you exactly what you need to get the results that you have been lacking. And that's what this is. That's honestly, when I read this book, simultaneously going through trying to create weight loss for myself in my 40s, which I'd never done before, and learning about the cycle of change, I was like, oh my gosh, if someone would have told me that this is what it's going to be like before, I wouldn't have felt so broken. I wouldn't have felt so alone. And so it created the entire, and I wouldn't have gotten results if I didn't keep going. And so I created the entire program so that you wouldn't give up. All right, everyone, I hope that clears up my intenseness, what you're going to get out of the 12 weeks. We start Monday. If you have any questions, please send me a DM. Facebook, Instagram, I don't care, whatever works for you. Send me a message, ask your clarifying question. And of course, the link is everywhere. I mean, I'll put it in this podcast, but of course you can always message me and I'll send you the link. And we start Monday. And I am beyond excited and grateful for the people that have already signed up. Let's go. All right, everyone, have an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you so much.